During World War II, the country of Italy was under a fascist dictatorship ruled by Benito Mussolini. According to the book 1984, the entire world was under the control of three warring totalitarian regimes: Oceania, East Asia, and Eurasia. Oceania is ruled by the Party, which is under the control of Big Brother. Mussolini was the leader of the Fascist Party of Italy and known as Il Duce, which means the leader. He was a figurehead of the fascist movement in Italy after his rise to power in 1922. In 1984, the party controls all aspects of life in Oceania. The main political figure is Big Brother, who is viewed as the ultimate leader and symbol of the party. After Mussolini came to power, he didn't allow newspapers supporting opposing parties to be published. He also abolished any form of unions to promote fascism and nationalism over socialism. His foreign policy glorified the achievements of Italy against other nations to distract Italians from the unideal conditions that were present. The party changed any printed material to promote its ideals. The telescreens provide constant information about the victories of oceanic soldiers and glorious nationalistic propagation. This was to distract the average citizen from the terrible conditions the government enforces. To keep the population of Italy in a nationalistic state of mind, Mussolini banned the idea of pacifism, to ensure that every citizen was willing to die for their country in war. He also rewarded loyalty to his regime by placing loyal supporters in key government positions, as an incentive to remain true to his ideals. A method of propaganda used by the party was the 2-minute hate, which was designed to direct people's hate against Goldstein instead of at the party itself. The leaders of the party also granted more authority to members who remained true to their beliefs. Due to Italy's small population, Mussolini preached that war is to the male what childbearing is to the female, and encouraged women to have as many children as possible for warring purposes. In the book, intercourse is referred to as a duty to the party, only for the purpose of creating loyal members to the party who will continue their philosophy for generations to come. Italy's secret police force was known as the Fasci di Combattimenti, also known as the Black Shirts. They used torture, imprisonment, and even death to enforce Mussolini's authority. If they caught anyone opposing the regime, these people were sent to small island prisons around the Mediterranean. The thought police are the secret police of the party, and they use similar tactics to keep the citizens docile. Anyone found opposing the party would be sent to prison in the Ministry of Love, where they would be tortured until they were once again dedicated members to the party. Mussolini realized that children are easily impressionable and can be taught to believe anything from a young age. He created after-school groups for kids who showed exceptional obedience and willingness to participate in activities for the regime. These groups were called the Sons of the She-Wolf for ages 4 to 8, the Belilia for ages 8 to 14, and the Avantgardista for ages 14 to 18. The party also has youth leagues to keep young members of the party in line. These leagues include the Anti-Sex League and the Youth Spies League, both created to either spy on their parents or oppress sexual desires. All familiar ties were deemed worthless. Emotion towards anything other than the party was unnecessary. Both of these regimes used many similar tactics to control the population, and ensured the unwavering support of the head of the party in charge. Both used imprisonment as a threat to anyone in opposition to the government, and both realized that children, as the future of the country, need to be brainwashed as early as possible to condition them to support the nation.
Created using Powtoon.